keep their win streak alive?
Well, I think you have a lot of playmakers on this team. You look at the offensive side with Ryan Campbell, who has only played in 4 games but has gotten a total of 8 points. He's absolutely just unbelievable. Or whenever he came back in the past 5 games that he's played in, he's just an absolutely incredible. He got the game winner against William Patterson in their last game. But you also have to look at the defensive side too. I mean, Kyle Dennis, as we see here for the NJAC Conference Players of the Week, Kyle Dennis, the Defensive Player of the Week. He's one of the big reasons that the Profs continue to win and have a winning record so far. He's one of the guys. He also looks to his offense to step up, and they have the past few games as well. So, I mean, things are looking up for the Profs, but also for the Fords, the Haverford College Fords. They are coming off of a big win, so it's going to be a tough one here in Glassboro. But it appears to be a fun matchup here in Glassboro tonight.
Yeah, and hopefully it should be a fun matchup, Joe, like you said. But at the same time, you know, they're a team that just came off of beating number 21 ranked overall Johns Hopkins. So, I mean, if I were them, I would definitely be a little fired up coming into this game, even going against a team who has a 3-game win streak. So we'll look to see who's going to come home with that big W tonight, as we are just about underway, just waiting to get the tip going right here. Refs are going right to the center.
I mean, if Rowan doesn't have a good first half, I mean, there's nothing to really be worried about. In the first half, they've only scored 2 goals all season. They're a second half team, comparing 9 goals to the 2. They've outscored the opponents 11-3 so far this season. It just shows how dominant they've been against everybody that they played.
And Profs off with it. First possession here, number 10, Ryan Campbell down the field, and ball will go out. It'll be Haverford College's ball. They're going to do a quick throw-in. Number 23, Nick John with the throw-in over to number 4, Ben Clark. Clark with the ball pass over across the opposite side of the field to number 12, Reese Berger. Reese going down the field. Boots it all the way over midway, but Profs are going to be right there to get the ball and corral it and set the defense up. As Will Shadstead kicks it right back to Kyle Dennis. Now Modu So with the ball. He's going to give it a big old kick over midfield. And Haverford's going to come back with that ball as Profs playing good offense. There they go, right down the field. Profs with the ball. Kevin Primich over on the far side of the field, passes it over to Ryan Campbell. Campbell with the boot. And the ball is just going to go out right behind the goal. So far, so good. First minute here. Both teams looking strong, ready to go. As Haverford will get that ball, and they're going to get a goal kick by Michael Iacono.
I mean, I mentioned earlier about Kyle Dennis being the defensive player of the week for the NJAC. I mean, the offensive player of the week, as we've said, you know, with the playmaker, Ryan Campbell, he's definitely one of the playmakers on the Profs, and he got offensive player of the week. They tried to give it to him there, and unfortunately nothing. But it looked like a good setup and looks like a good start for the Profs.
And we got number 5, Modu So back there, kicking it back to Kyle Dennis. Dennis is going to give it a big kick right onto the logo here, but Haverford forwards up. Change of possession, Rowan. Haverford driving up the field, trying to get through this Rowan defense. And Haverford setting up. They got 4 guys here in this backfield. Haverford's pass in, but it's no good. The Profs will just kick that ball straight out of bounds. And good rebound defense by Rowan. And Haverford's going to look to pick that ball up, do a quick throw in over there, as they do right behind the half. Back on their defensive side, Rowan charging to get that ball. Number 24, Safe LCD going for that ball. And Rowan putting the pressure on offense. So far, so good in this game.
I mean, in the backfield here, I mean, you saw Nick Schlager just kick it away. He obviously wanted to get out there. The ball, basically the whole box was just under fire, and they had to get it out there. It was a great play by Schlager.
And Haverford with the ball now in the Profs defensive zone, bringing it up. Profs playing very aggressively so far, even on defense here. As Kyle Dennis gives that one a huge kick right over midfield, but Haverford's going to head that one back over. Both teams still going for the ball. It's still a grudge match here. And Rowan's defensemen look to take possession, get it back over into the offensive side for the Profs. Haverford College keeping control of this ball so far this game. They're going to kick it right back to their defensive zone. Ben Clark with the kick over to Max Krieg. Krieg loses the ball. That's going to be Aaron Robertson for the Profs with the ball, and he's going to get tripped up. Max Krieg's pass over to Nick Janelli. Skies Cargyle is going to try and get that ball. It's going to go right out of bounds. It's going to be Prof's ball. Profs do a quick throw in over there to Moduso, and he's just going to kick it right back to Kyle Dennis. Dennis is going to get another big kick right over the opposite side of the field to Ryan Lager. Lager's got control of the ball, passes it over to Kevin Primich. Primich over the middle, and Profs are going to hustle over on the defensive side for the Fords, and they're just going to kick that ball right back to the goalie. Goalie's going to give it a big boot right in front of the logo here in Haverford. College is going to look to maintain control of this ball. Haverford offense pushing here, trying to get the guys back on offense to set up. Over on the opposite side of the field, it's close, right near the sideline. Rowan's fighting for the ball, and Rowan's going to take possession back just like that. And Haverford still pushing up on these defensemen. Ryan Lager kicks the ball up the field. Number 24, Steve Alcides got that ball. Kevin Primich got some pressure. He's going to pass it back. Nick Schlager. Aaron Robinson's got control of that ball. He's going to give it a quick kick, and it's going to go for naught. Haverford's going to kick that ball right back to him. Prof's taking more control of this ball now. Pass over the left side of the field to Zach Swarbrick. Back to Nick Schlager, over to Aaron Robertson, and those two are just going to fight for it. Haverford College getting a lot of headers in there, trying to get that ball out of their defensive zone. Prof still trying to find something to set it up here. Number 6, Will Shasted coming up the field with the ball. He's going to pass it over. Kevin Primich over in the corner, tries to get a kick, but he misses, and Haverford College is going right back the other way with the control of the ball. That's a 2-on-5 right now. Haverford really pushing to break that Rowan defense. Moduso is going to get that ball back.
As soon as you hit midfield, when these Profs hit midfield when they have the ball, the Fords just completely attack. I mean, that's what you see with the Profs, and basically they're just taking what the Profs do. As soon as you get to midfield. I've noticed also on the far and near sides too, the pressure on each team is absolutely incredible.
I mean, you're right, Joe. I couldn't have said it better myself, because they're trying to get that first goal, you know what I mean? First goal, then they have something to build upon. So I agree with you all the way. And we got number 24, Saif Alcidi, with the ball. He's in the defensive zone for the Profs. Aaron Robertson's going to give that kick right to the goal, but the goalie's going to be there. It's going to be number 0, Michael Iacono, who's going to save that ball. And Profs and Fords will reset their defense and offense. Iacono is going to give that ball throw. Ford with possession on the sidelines here, going right up there. But he's going to be challenged by 2. He's going to kick it right back to Michael Carr. Michael Carr over there on the side, and he'll kick it right back to his teammate, and they're just going to pass the ball around. So far in this defensive zone, Rowan really applying the pressure and trying to get that ball back and trying to get on the board first in this game. Peter Baroff is going to pass that over to Nick John. Nick John's got control of it. He's going right up the sideline, closest to us right now. Prof still got 2-on-1 here. And Fords are just going to pass that ball back and reset. Ben Clark with possession now. Zach Brown on the far side is going to give it another kick back over close to the sideline. Fords up the middle, and they finally will break over the half mark of the field. Pushing that ball. Number 12, Reese Berger is going to give that kick. And Ford now has possession in Rowan's defensive zone. Ford struggling getting that ball. Profs are keeping it out. Moduso, he's got possession now. He's going up midfield, and he'll just pass it right back to Zach Swarbrick. Swarbrick passing it over to Aaron Robertson. So got the ball now. Back to Swarbrick. Swarbrick right up on the logo to Kevin Primich.
You know, that play all started from Swarbrick here in the defensive box. There was a cross that was very close to the ground, and Swarbrick came right out, stuck his leg out, and gave a clean pass to Moduso, and now the Profs trying to threaten in the offensive zone.
Moduso is going to give that one a big kick. He's a tall guy. I mean, he stands at 6'5", and he's got a big leg on him. Indeed, he gets it over the half, and Rowan's going to lose possession of that one. Haverford College going back the other way with the ball, still in the defensive zone, and Rowan is really applying that pressure back by the goalie net now. Haverford with the ball. 2 Profs challenge him. He's going to pass it. They're just going to do a little triangle pass here, 3 here. And Haverford passes it over to the far side. They're driving up the far side now. He's going to give it a little quick kick over. They get it over the middle. Michael Carr with it up the sidelines now. He's got 2 Profs on him. Profs not letting anything up as that ball goes right out of bounds. So both teams Both teams coming out on fire tonight, playing a really competitive game. They're definitely playing real close and real tough to each other, and they're definitely keeping it interesting. Still 0-0. We got about 35 minutes left in this first half, and Haverford is going to look to do a corner kick and see if they can get on the board here first.
I mean, when each team crossed the midfield, I mean, one of the things that you want to do is pressure, but I've never seen a pressure like this so far from either team, especially going against Rowan, one of the teams that likes to pressure a ton.
Haverford with the kick in, and Rowan's going to head that one right outside of the box. Rowan hitting it back the wrong way. Defense is trying to maintain control of it. Zach Swarbrick's got the ball. He's going up the close sideline, closest to us. Swarbrick getting calls from his teammates. He's going to pass that, but it's going to be blocked. Haverford College trying to maintain control of this ball. Prof's got control now. Prof's passing it back around in the defensive zone. We got two Haverford attackers, both trying to get that ball back, and Profs are going to try and set this one up. And Profs passed that ball right out of bounds. Seems like it was a miscommunication by the Profs, so Haverford's going to take that ball right over on the far side of the field, right in front of Rowan's bench. And we're going to see if they can capitalize on this play.
Going back to that corner kick, it was a great job of Ryan Campbell to block the ball, trying to get into the box. One of the things that was questionable, he kind of passed it back, I believe it was to Swarbrick. And you might look at it and be like, why are you putting it? You're supposed to go, you know, to the goal that you want to score and not your own net. I mean, it was just a way for Campbell to say, all right, I'm going to give it to you, and then I'm just going to try to run up the field. When I get up, just give it to me. Unfortunately, it didn't work, but it was actually a really good play for coming from Ryan Campbell.
And Profs are going to kick that ball right out. The goalie, number 0, Kyle Dennis, is just going to boot that one over half as Haverford is going to get possession yet again here. And he's going to get right back to Moduso. Moduso's pass over to number 23, Nick Schlageter. Profs defense with control now, being challenged by 3 Haverford attackers. Profs trying desperately to move it out of the defensive zone, but can't seem to do so. So Haverford's going to get control of that one. Profs back with possession now as the ball gets miscommunicated. Haverford's going to block that kick. Zach Swarbrick with the ball. Back to So. Back to Swarbrick. Back to one of the Haverford attackers, and Swarbrick's just going to steal that one right away from him as he passes it over to Will Shasted. Shasted driving up the far side of the field, looking to see where he can pass. He's going to boot that one over halfway to number 20, Aaron Robinson, and that's going to go right out of bounds. So Profs definitely struggling to maintain control of this ball so far.
I mean, one of the things, I mean, I know they might be struggling a little bit, even though they're going to get a corner kick here. You have to like the Profs trying to get the ball ahead. They really haven't had many chances. This is one here that can really help out.
And thrown by the Profs, and Haverford is going to they're going to head that and keep that inbounds. And they're going to call handball, but the refs aren't giving them anything over here. The Profs right over in the goal, and they're going to kick that right out behind the goal. And Haverford is going to get a goal kick.
I mean, it almost looked like Ryan Campbell touched it with his hand. All the forwards were looking to the refs, and it was a good job by Campbell with staying at the play. I mean, it did look like it, but he also brought up his knee. It might have hit the knee and just missed the hand. Very close play, but it was a good job of Campbell staying with the play.
Exactly, definitely staying with that play, not stopping, even though they were getting some complaints. Ball's going to be kicked over to the halfway. Profs and Haverford fighting for possession. Haverford doing a great job of trying to keep this ball in Rowan's defensive zone. And Haverford's going to maintain control of that one forward up the field. And they're going to pass it back in their defensive zone. Prof's going to apply the pressure now as it's a one-on-one. But Haverford's going to get back over the halfway point, back into Rowan's defensive zone. And Haverford's going to put the pressure on now as they're driving into the goal. But Moduso is going to get that ball back for the Profs.
That's exactly why Moduso was Defensive Player of the Year last year for the NJAC. He chased down the ball and just took it away from Haverford as a whistle is going to blow a foul called on the forwards.
Profs are going to get that ball back. And let's see what they can do on this possession. Hopefully they can get it over into the offensive zone, or excuse me, the defensive zone for the Haverford College forwards. And both teams definitely really fighting here, as Joe, we've witnessed tonight. And the Profs are going to give it a kick. Right mid-defensive possession, excuse me, mid-defensive zone. Swarbrick with the ball now for the Profs. Swarbrick's going to pull a little move there. He's going to pass it over to his teammate. Aaron Robertson's going to give that ball right back to Swarbrick. Swarbrick giving it a kick in the middle. Props inside the box, and they can't seem to do anything of it as that ball is kept inbounds, but Haverford's going to get it right out, back to the top of the key. As Nick Schlageter just kicks that ball wide right, and it's going to stay inbounds. Props trying to get something going. And the goalie for Haverford, my goodness, Michael Iacono with a vertical on there. He just missed that ball, went right over. And we're going to get a trip by Haverford, but the refs aren't going to call it. And some disgruntled fans are not happy with that. We're Haverford going over the middle now, pushing it. It's a 4-on-3. Haverford College maintaining possession right now. Get it in close with the Props. He's going to take a kick, and that ball is just going to go right into the hands of the goalkeeper, Kyle Dennis.
I mean, the Props had a couple good chances there at getting a couple of crosses, and that didn't work. You also had to look at the one that bounced out to Schlageter. Just the ball kept bouncing. Schlageter was waiting for it to just die and just hit the ground. And it just kept bouncing. He had no way to get any leg on that ball. It was unfortunate for the Profs, but it was a great offensive possession, though.
And Swarbrick's going to fight with number 9 over here, Peter Baroff, and that ball is going to be Prof's ball as he kicks it. Baroff kicks it right out of bounds. Swarbrick looking to pass it to one of his teammates. He gets it in. And Rowan looking to maintain possession now back in the defensive zone against Haverford College. Pass from the Profs to Ryan Campbell. Campbell's going to miss that pass over. 24 safe. LC is going to make control of that. He's going to try and get control, but Haverford is going to get that ball back. Haverford trips up. Swarbrick's got the ball now, passes it over. Aaron Robertson back to Swarbrick. Swarbrick pulling a move. He's going to let loose, and Haverford's going to block that ball. Goalie's going to call his defender off, and he's going to take that ball, and he's going to give it yet another goal kick. What a great possession there by the Profs, especially number 3, Zach Swarbrick, on that possession.
Yeah, Swarbrick saw open net, and you were absolutely right with what you said. He was about to let loose. He's got a big leg, and he wanted to show it off there. But a forward defender at the last minute just stuck his leg in there, and it got a piece of it, and it just died completely.
Michael Iacono is going to kick that just over the halfway point. Haverford College back with the ball now into the defensive zone against Rowan. It's a 5-on-4 here, and he's going to let that loose, and that ball is going to go wide above the net. About 50 feet above the net on that kick. That was, wasn't exactly close, Joe.
Yeah, I mean, I think that they were just trying to get the ball in there. I mean, it was also getting swarmed by a couple Prof defenders. He was just trying to get a possession, or a really good one. Didn't get a really good shot off, though. But still, good for the Profs, though. I mean, you know, goal kick here coming from Kyle Dennis. One of the things that you can count on with Kyle Dennis is getting the ball down to midfield very quickly with his kicks.
And Profs working on getting this ball out of the defensive zone as they're going to kick that right out, and Haverford's going to get the ball back just like that. They're going to do a quick throw-in over here. Profs and Haverford, the ball's going to go right over both players' heads here as they're fighting now. Profs really trying to get that ball out there in a corner backs to the wall situation right now as Haverford's really pushing in their defensive zone. Haverford at the top of the key. Passes it over number 23. Nick Johns got the ball now, looking to see where he's passing, pulling the moves. Profs really getting it close on the defense, really pinching him, and Swarbrick is going to kick that ball out to the halfway point. And Haverford's going to head that one back right to a Prof, and number 11, Kevin Primich, is going to give that ball a big boot. And the goalie's going to head that ball right out of bounds, but meanwhile, he's going to, give Ryan Campbell a big hit there with his shoulder. Got to be careful on that one. Ryan Campbell just loses the ball inside the defensive zone for Haverford College. Haverford looking to set it up. Profs digging deep into their defensive zone. Haverford still trying to get it out, struggling a little bit here. Vinny Goose over there applying the pressure. Profs working in pairs of 2 here to apply the pressure to all these guys. They definitely have a little something to worry about. That Johns Hopkins win for Haverford College the other day, number 23 D3. That's definitely a hard win to recognize. You definitely got to give them some respect for that. As Haverford College is going to keep this ball, and they're going to fight for that ball. It's going to go deep into the right corner of the defensive zone for the Profs. Moduso's got the ball now. Moduso looking to pass it, and he's just going to pass it right back to Swarbrick. Swarbrick's going to give it a big boot right down the line, and Haverford's going to keep that ball. And the ball is going to go off of number 10 out for Haverford. Max Krieg's foot.
Already gotten a piece of Robertson here on the near side. The throw-in for the forwards.
And both teams fighting for it. And we've got another big boot by Nick John, getting that ball right out of the zone. Excuse me. Nick Schlager. Excuse me. Haverford getting that ball back in the defensive zone now.
I mean, it looked like there was a big boot downfield, and the forwards couldn't control it. Saif El-Sidi, he had it, though. He wanted to work with Ryan Campbell. It was a 2-on-2 there, and unfortunately, El-Sidi couldn't get past the defenders, or couldn't even get it to Campbell as what he wanted to do.
Definitely tough job indeed, Joe, especially against Haverford College. Looking good so far, both teams here. We got 25 minutes left in this half. Haverford College with possession now, working in Rowan's defensive zone. They're just going to pass it right back to John Campbell. Excuse me, Nick John. Haverford just passing the ball around, trying to get something going here and get on that board before the end of the half. And Haverford is still in the defensive zone. They're going to get over the halfway point. Nick John's got the ball now. He's going down the line. Sideline for the Fords. He's got that ball right back. Haverford working that ball, and it's going to be a kick. And Haverford's going to get that ball right back. Quick throw in. And they're just going to get that ball right back to the Profs as the Profs head it right out of bounds. And Haverford's going to get a corner kick.
I don't think that was the intention of Swarbrick. I believe he was the one that hit it out. I mean, he hit his head towards the out of bounds line, but it wasn't the one that he wanted to do. Just because the Fords now get a corner kick. I mean, this is a dangerous situation. You're really going to need Dennis to come up here.
And the lead scorer on the team, Nick Gianelli, with that corner kick's just going to be a little too much power. Haverford's keeping that there, and they're going to head the ball left and right here. Both teams still keeping it in the air with the header, and number 0, Kyle Dennis, is going to come out of net and take that ball away and take that position away from Haverford College.
I mean, Dennis just said, all right, enough of this heading the ball. I don't want to take any chances. He comes out of the net just a little bit. I love the patience on Dennis too.
Yeah,
he doesn't have to. He doesn't come out unless he really has to.
Yeah, that was a smart move on Dennis's play, especially looking after his players too. Doesn't want any injuries or concussions. And
yeah, especially with all those players in the box. I mean, that's just dangerous. They're all already going. You know, they're hitting their head, trying to hit the ball with their head. It was a very dangerous play.
And Haverford with the ball yet again here, but Rowan making progress, trying to get out of the zone. Props passing the ball around on the tight part over there on the sideline. They're going to keep it in bounds, however, and they're going to have a kick right down the field. Props maintaining control now. They're going to give it another big old boot right over the half. Haverford's going to stop that kick, however. Props over the center of the field now. Props working the defensive zone, trying to get it out desperately and trying to get something going on offense. They haven't had possession for a few minutes now because Haverford's been applying that pressure, so they definitely need to be careful here. And a miscommunicate by the Fords. Props are going to get that ball back. Props pass. Nick John with the ball now for the Fords. Passing it right back to his defensive man, and he's going to kick it right over the middle of the field. Props are going to fight forward, but that ball is going to go out of bounds. And it's going to be Prof's ball because the ball went right off of Haverford College's head on one of the players.
I mean, you look at the shots right now, they're all even, but the only team that has a shot on goal is Haverford. They only have one.
Number 7, Kevin Pereira replaces 23, Nick Schlager.
And we have some substitutions for the Profs and the Fords. Fords only going to make 2 subs here, and the Profs only going to make 1, so definitely trying to keep players fresh and keep this game close.
Yeah, when Ryan Campbell wasn't playing, it was basically Kevin Pereira just substituted in, and he just got substituted in. Not for Campbell, but when Campbell wasn't playing for those first couple of games, it was Pereira that stepped in. He came in big.
And Haverford College with the ball now back in Rowan's defensive zone. They're just going to give it a big kick right down there in the left corner of the field, but they're not going to apply any pressure as Rowan's going to be getting that ball back with ease in their own defensive zone. Props looking to get this ball out of zone back to Swarbrick. Swarbrick's got possession now. Haverford with 4 men in the defensive area against the Props, but they're not applying too much pressure, doesn't seem right now. And Props are going to get a big kick over to the left side of the field. Turn around for that ball is number 7, Kevin Pereira. Pereira fighting for that ball now. He's going to keep it right inside of the key. And Pereira's going to lose that ball right at the top of the box here. Number 3, Swarbrick's got the ball. He's going to give it a nice kick in the middle. Props can't seem to stop that ball as Haverford's looking to advance. And Props are going to rip that ball, and it's just going to go over the top of the net. Fourth shot here for Rowan tonight.
I mean, it was a great shot, but it was just right over the net. Iacono is having a big sigh of relief, making sure that ball was going over. I mean, at this angle, it did look like it went in, but right above the crossbar, and they were just trying to throw any shot on net just to try to get anything going.
Yeah, Joe, like you said, they're just trying to get something going, and they're also trying to keep it close, too. You know, Haverford's been able to get inside that box right in front of the goalie, and Rowan has had a difficult time so far in the first half. Ball's up in the air high now. Haverford keeping it, heading this ball up and just keeping it in the air. Hasn't touched the ground. Props maintain control now. Back to Haverford. Haverford looking to get something going. They're going to go on the over by the sidelines here, and the Props are going to strip the forward, and they're going to take that ball and boot it down the sideline. Props hustling for that ball, but Haverford's going to get it back, and they're just going to boot it back the other way. And Props are going to keep that one in bound, but Haverford, unfortunately, will maintain control of this ball. Haverford 2-on-1 here, 2 Props against 1 Haverford forward here. Props back, he'll miss the kick. Haverford pushing up now. And now Haverford's deep into Rowan's defensive zone as they've got plenty of guys to spare now for a kick. And Swarbrick's going to hustle over and get that ball and stop any attempted shot from Haverford.
That was a huge defensive play there. Turning on the Jets last second, just getting it right before it hit the forward. And now the Props here are trying to attack.
Props with control in their own zone now. Passing over the middle. Haverford's going to steal that one away as another miscommunicated pass is going to cost them possession. We're going to get a push from the back here for number 10, Ryan Campbell from Props, and we're going to get a whistle from the refs, as that was most definitely a pass. It was a hard one to take too. He slid right on the ground, so got to be careful. Play aggressively, but don't play too aggressive.
Yeah, that might have been a little bit too aggressive coming from Campbell. I mean, you saw the arms extend just a little bit, and I mean, I don't think he wanted to hurt him or have anything as a shot goes wide for Haverford. He really just wanted the ball and just trying to get him out of the way.
Yeah, I mean, back when I played sports, I was a little aggressive, maybe a little bit too over-aggressive. I used to foul at a lot of my basketball games, but nonetheless, Props are going to get the ball back. We got Kyle Dennis over there in net. He's going to give another big boot here for the Props.
You know, you just use the excuse that were just aggressive. You just wanted the ball.
I mean, that's all it is. I mean, you want the soccer ball, the basketball, whatever it is, you got to want it. Props are going to get, he's going to get that kick over the halfway. Props are going to head it here, try and get control back. Haverford College, however, is going to kick that right back to the logo. Props Swarbrick with the ball now, passes over. Props still got the ball. Almost a tripping call there on Haverford, but they're going to avoid it. Props just passing this ball around, breaking into the the defensive zone for Haverford College. Or on the far side of the field now, right in the corner. Haverford strips that ball clean, and they're going to go back the other way as Haverford looks to get this possession back. Props. Tough pass there for Haverford as the Props are going to get this one back yet again. Swarbrick with possession. He's going to look to put the moves on Haverford here. As he does, he passes it right in the zone. Out the box, the ball is up. Rowan tries to get a chain going, however, but Haverford's going to get a leg on that. Props are going to keep that in the defensive zone as Haverford's going to get that ball back and push into the defensive zone for Rowan. However, Rowan's going to take that pass right from him like taking cannon from a baby. And Haverford is just going to strip it yet again here, and they're going to be on the far side. Both offensive and defensive men fighting for that ball for the Props and Haverford, and it's going to go out on a Prop. Haverford, quick throw in over there. Props are going to get a big kick by Swarbrick, but it's going to be blocked by Haverford College forward. And my goodness, that was definitely a tough kick to take. Swarbrick unleashed on that kick, and Haverford just blocked it. That one is definitely going to leave a mark in the morning.
I mean, also, too, you have to look at the fact that if that ball would have bounced instead of to the near side and it went instead towards Kyle Dennis, and Kyle Dennis, I mean, really wasn't paying attention, that could have easily went in.
Yeah, it could have been dangerous. Haverford with the ball now in the box, and a miscommunicated pass. That ball will go out of bounds. And Kyle Dennis with the ball yet again tonight for the Props. So both goalies here, Kyle Dennis for the Props and Michael Iacono for Haverford College, getting their work in with these shots and balls going right out of bounds near them. That's one way to keep yourself warm when you're playing in a close game like this. Still 0-0 here with about under 20 minutes to go in the half. Both teams looking to make their mark on that board and take the lead. Dennis will rip it right over the middle of the field. It's high and it's up. Props are going to head that one into the defensive zone. However, Haverford's going to get that ball right back. Haverford Haverford getting pushed around a little bit by the Profs, and they're going to get a call for that for being over-aggressive yet again by the Profs, and Haverford's going to get that ball right back.
I mean, if you're the Profs, if you're Scott Baker, I would think you would take your foot a little bit off the gas. I mean, usually they're a run-and-gun team where we're just going to take the offense and we're just going to keep firing. I mean, do you set up plays instead of, keep trying for this offense? It's great that they're aggressive as Pereira chasing down the ball. I mean, does game plan change, or do we see something in the second half where game plan change?
I mean, depending on how this last half is finished, Joe, we're definitely going to see maybe a change from one team or another. And we're going to get a whistle blown by the ref here. It's going to be the Profs ball right up top by the logo here. Profs setting up now in the defensive zone for Haverford.
I mean, yeah, you might as well throw everybody in the box. Will Shawstad, one of the better legs on the team, one of the captains for the team, boots it away.
And Shawstad with a big bender there. Profs are going to head it up in the air. Soto's going to get that ball back, and it's a goal! Number 5, Modu So with the backwards bicycle kick. And Rowan's on the board, 1-0.
Wow, what a heck of a kick by Modu So.
My goodness, Joe, if that doesn't make ESPN top 10, my goodness. Modu So with the kick, and the Profs are up 1-0 here. What an incredible bicycle kick by Modu So. My goodness.
Modu So, I wouldn't be surprised if you're on the Proftastic play of the week. Wow, that was incredible. He saw the perfect opportunity. And man, God, I have no words to describe that. Wow, that was a thing of beauty.
Joe, I'm left speechless. My goodness, that kick was incredible. I wish I had my camera ready for that one. Just played on replay, man. That was incredible. And Haverford's going to tip off here with the ball. We got 15 minutes left in the first half. Haverford was playing aggressively, but Rowan played smart and was able to get that ball inside that box and get on the board first here. And we're going to get a whistle blown by the ref, calling Rowan. Tripping call here, but nothing major. Haverford's going to get that ball back. Still trying to get over the logo here, passing it back in the defensive zone. Rowan's going to steal that ball away. This is number 10, Ryan Campbell, with the breakaway. Campbell, he's juke. He's going to juke again. He's going to rip it, and the goalie. Oh, and the Profs and the goalie collide, and that ball is going to get kicked out. Incredible play by Rowan. Incredible possession, too. Haverford College working the ball now, far side of the field. Still trying to break the Profs defense here. They're going to kick that ball right down the middle. Profs are going to kick it right back, however. And Haverford College losing the ball. There's number 10, John Campbell for the Profs again. He's going to get on another breakaway. Campbell with the juke, and the rip, and he scores! Number 10, Ryan Campbell with the goal. Profs up 2-0.
Yeah, I mean, the Profs, they're run and gun offense. They want to, as they're dancing here on the near side, giving everybody a show, they want to score more goals. They want to do it quick. And they've already up two goals to none. A minute, literally 1 minute, right after Modu So's goal.
Modu So with that bicycle kick, like we were saying, Joe, and Ryan Campbell with another kick and a goal for the Profs. Profs will now jump out to a 2-0 lead here. Still 15 minutes left in the first half. Swarbrick trying to head that ball. Haverford College is going to keep that ball in bounds. Over in Rowan's defensive zone. They're going to pass it over right inside the box now for Haverford College. Haverford trying to work it, but the Profs are going to kick that one out. They're going to head it. Modu So with the ball now. He's going to try and kick it over Haverford. Haverford College going back for that ball. And we're going to get yet another push by the Profs and another whistle blown by the referee. Profs, they may be up 2-0, but they're definitely getting a majority of these calls tonight. They're being a little too over-aggressive, it seems, from our point of view. Need to tone it down just a little bit, but that aggressiveness has allowed them to get out to a 2-0 lead. So keep it up, tone it down a little bit, and let's play this game. Haverford kick right into the net. And Kyle Dennis is going to be there and knock that ball right out. Profs are going to try and get this ball out of the zone, and they do. Good defensive work by the Profs. And John Campbell running out there trying to save that ball as he screams and runs right out of bounds. Haverford's going to get that ball right back, however.
You also can't get confused. We got We got John Campbell for on radio, and then we got Ryan Campbell on the field. Just giving a little shout out to also John Campbell as well.
And
JC Medal for the Masses on Monday night.
Haverford College with the ball now, but a prof seems to be badly injured. That's number 11, Kevin Primich, as the refs are going to blow the whistle and call an injury timeout right here. And Primich definitely took a hard one on that there. He was fighting for the ball against Haverford, and it looks like his leg got caught in between the other players, and looks like it's going to be his heel on that one. Trainer's out there taking a look at him now, but it doesn't look too hot right now.
I mean, I said at the beginning of the game that the Rowan Profs are their second half team. I mean, they scored 9 goals compared to 2 goals in the first half. That's might be the total opposite. I mean, they've already passed, or they've already evened up the total that they had all season in the first half. So, I mean, it's just a different showing here for the Profs as Primich is going off the field.
Yeah, he seems to be walking very slowly there, just trying to get off the field now. It doesn't seem to be looking too good. Profs are going to make a substitution now. We have number 9 for the Profs, Derek Carpio, coming in, and we have 2 substitutions for our Haverford College. And Rowan doesn't seem to be subbing in more than 1 player at a time. They've made 2 substitutions this half, but they're only going to sub in 1 player each, and Haverford's doing the same, except they have 2 players each substitution they've made. Haverford with the ball now, pass across the field closest to us. Haverford with the ball, they're going to boot it right over the midway, and they're back in the defensive zone against the Profs. Profs are going to give it a big rip, and they're going to get it out. Header by Haverford's going to keep it back into the defensive zone. Haverford College trying to get to the top of this box. Now he's going to let it rip, and Kyle Dennis will take that ball with ease, and he will allow Rowan to maintain control of this ball. Kyle Dennis telling his defenseman, go down the field a little bit. He's got it. He's going to give it a big boot here as he rips it. It's going to be way up in the sky and way back into the defensive zone for the Profs. What a kick by Kyle Dennis. Campbell fighting for the ball now. He's going to head it. He's trying to get it over. He does. Haverford College kicking in the air, trying to get control, trying to get out of their box. Both teams playing very aggressively here. Profs with the ball in the box. Campbell's going to give it a rip. But unfortunately, Michael Iacono is going to be there this time to save that shot. And Iacono is going to roll that ball out right over to Nick John. Nick John with the ball now for the forwards. Passes it over to Nick Janelli. Nick Janelli's got control for the forwards. And they're just going to pass it out of their defensive zone, definitely trying to work it out now. Nick John with the ball yet again. He's going to pass it over. Profs are going to apply D. They're going to apply tough Ds. That's a 3-on-1. That was a strip right there. Profs got the ball back now. Profs fighting desperately to get that ball. And it's going to be close one near the sidelines. Looked like he stepped out, but the ref does not signal otherwise. And we have Modou So fighting for that ball, and he's going to take it right away from Haverford. Still fighting, though, however. It looks that ball's right in the corner over there. Modou So keeping it inbounds, but Haverford's Nick John's going to get that ball. Haverford College now back in the defensive zone, trying to maintain possession and trying to break into Rowan's defensive zone and get at least 1 goal here before the end of this half.
I mean, they really don't need more goals, but I mean, hey, if you have the chance, might as well. I mean, we're always looking for more action here, more spectacular, more fireworks here. I mean, that first goal alone was worth the price of the admission tonight, and plus.
And Profs gonna get a quick throw in by Campbell over here, and Haverford's gonna kick that ball right back at Campbell out of bounds. Profs are still gonna get this ball. Another quick throw in here. Number 3, Zach Swarbrick's gonna do this throw in this time. Both teams getting it set up now. Swarbrick with the throw inbounds. Profs still maintain control. Haverford is going to knock that ball out of bounds. Now we got number 7, Kevin Pereira. He's going to do a corner kick here now for the Profs. And Profs and the forwards setting it up here. And some confusion by Haverford as Pereira's going to kick that ball in right in the box, but the goalie's going to step in there and take that one away. And Michael Iacono is going to tell his men, go get set up. I got the ball, and Profs and Haverford forwards will set up yet again. Iacono with the boot. He's going to boot it way over the midway point now into the defensive zone for Rowan. Haverford still trying to get that ball, however, as Rowan applies this tough pressure. And Rowan's going to get that ball right back here. Just under 10 minutes to go in this half. Rowan still up 2-0 here. Again, I'm Anthony Adonolfi. Beside me, Joe Stauffenberg. This is Rowan Radio 89.7 WGLS FM. Profs here with the ball. Looking to just finish this. Looking to tack on goals, but just to finish this half, they're already up 2-0. So they don't have to do too much here, as that ball is going to go out of bounds, and it's going to be the Haverford College's ball again, and we're going to get another goalie kick by Michael Iacono.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to play too aggressive. You know, you don't want to give up anything. You also, you want to play kind of conservative. But again, if you get a chance to score, I mean, you might as well, try to take that chance, take this opportunity.
And Haverford College back in the defensive zone now as the Profs are still applying that pressure. Kevin Pereira is going after this ball. He'll just pass right back to Swarbrick. Swarbrick struggling with this ball. Oduso is going to give that ball back to Kevin Pereira as the Profs still going to keep control of this ball. Kevin Pereira over to John Campbell. Excuse me, Ryan Campbell. Campbell fights for that ball, but he's going to get tripped. Haverford College with possession now. Profs resetting their offense, or excuse me, their defense. Haverford College now pushing, making a break in the Rowan's defense. Oh, he's going to take that ball right away, the defenseman for the Profs, and he's going to push right up the field. Haverford tried to slide tackle, but he's just going to keep on going. That's number 20, Aaron Robertson. Aaron Robertson down the field. He's going to try and give it a little kick, but it's going to get blocked. Profs trying to get another kick, but Haverford's going to boot that one right out here. And now they're going to look to push it back the other way against the Profs. Profs are going to block that ball over, and they're going to keep it in Haverford's zone. Profs setting it up. He's going to let it rip. That ball is just a bit high. It's going to go out of bounds behind the net, and we're going to get another kick from Michael Iacono. And Profs so far so good this half. I guess that 3-game win streak is really helping them keep that momentum alive. They're already up 2-0 here. We still have 7 minutes left in this half, as we're going to get a whistle blown by the ref.
I mean, I think that first goal was just enough a fire starter for them. I mean, they started, you saw the Profs just have this momentum gain right after as the Prof is heading off the field. I mean, you saw more energy get into this team just because of So's goal. That was his first on the season. Kevin Primich got the assist.
And another injury call for Rowan. And they're going to get a call. They're going to get another sub here. It's number 25 for the Profs, Shadrach Asadu, comes in, and he's going to replace number 20, Aaron Robertson, as he looks to be hurt as well. So Profs definitely plagued with injuries so far in this game. Primich going down a couple minutes ago, and now we have Robertson down. So it's definitely not good when you have 2 players go down in the same game.
Yeah, but you also have to look at your bench. I mean, when you play your bench, you're expected to fill that starter's role or fill whoever's role is in there. And that's exactly what Scott Baker wants, Coach Baker wants everybody to do. Even if you're a starter, you're coming back onto the field. No matter what, whoever it is, you have to fill that role.
And Haverford's going to give that kick, but the Profs are going to steal that ball right back and pick up where they left off. That ball is going to be right on the line, and the refs are going to call it out. Haverford's going to lose possession now as the Profs are just going to look to get a quick throw in. And Rowan gets the ball in quickly here as they're making progress down the far side of the field. Profs and Haverford fighting. He's going to do a slide tackle and strip him, but Haverford's going to kick it back the other way. Good effort by the Profs on that one.
Yeah, I feel like for a lot of the time, when the forwards want to get possession, it looks like they're just batting the ball a little bit too much ahead in front of themselves, which gives the Profs some time to come in and strip them from it.
And Profs with possession now. And he's going to get, that ball is going to get a little mixed up here as it's going to go out of bounds, and Haverford's going to get that one back.
Sadu looked like he was doing a little bit too much with the ball, or trying to do a little bit too much with the ball, and just lost possession of it.
Nick John with the throwing over here. Props are going to head that one right back to Haverford, however. Haverford get the ball. Props got the ball now. Props maintaining possession. This number 28 for the Props, John Stroling. Props now far side of the field. Haverford, however, is going to take that ball, and they're going to march right back down the opposite side of the field. We got just 5 minutes to go in this first half as Props still up 2-0. And the refs are going to get another blown whistle as for they're playing very aggressively, as I keep mentioning here, but they're playing a little bit over the top here because that's another aggressive call right there.
And this is a problem for the Profs. It just gives an opportunity for the forwards to set back up again. But they're really applying a pressure here. You know, the offense, the forwards, you think that defense would be really applying the pressure, but the forwards, though, they're really going after the forwards on the other team.
They are indeed, Joe, as So's got the ball now. He's fighting as he's got two forward offensive men on him. And ball is going to go out of bounds, and it's going to be a corner kick by Haverford here. So Haverford, if I'm them with 5 minutes left in this first half, I'm looking to just try and get on the board and try and get at least one before the end of it. Excuse me, quick throw in now. Haverford, quick throw right outside of the right side of the box. He's going to kick it right in the middle. Props are going to head that one out, and they were going to just keep going. Haverford, however, is going to maintain control right above the key here. Pass by Haverford, miscommunicated. Props maintain possession now. Props pushing back the other way. They're going to keep going. It's a grudge match over there between two players, and Haverford's going to come away with this one. Haverford College still struggling to get on the board. Still 2-zip here. And a long pass over to Nick John. Nick John's going to maintain control, try and juke this Rowan defender, excuse me, this offenseman. And they're just going to pass right back in the defensive zone. Haverford looking to get back in that offensive zone and try and get something going here. Both teams really fighting for that ball tonight. Looking good, but the Props are out on top right now. And they just keep that momentum alive here as they're going to strip, and another player down here, but this time for Haverford College. Props got the ball now inside the top of the box. Campbell looking to get that pass from Campbell, but Campbell's not going to be able to get there. And Haverford and the Profs are going to get another call for a trip this time, and Haverford's going to take over.
The Profs are really just being aggressive here, going after the ball. I mean, especially when you're up 2-0, you want to be more aggressive. Campbell over there, a little bit too much contact. Man, Campbell, he's been playing absolutely phenomenal the past few games. This is only his 6th game on the year, but he's playing their 8th. And he's already the team leader in goals with 5. It's 5 goals in 6 games. 10 points in 6 games.
And Props now. Haverford's going to get that kick in, but the Props are just going to take that ball away yet again. So he's going to pass over to Swarbrick. Swarbrick here trying to put the moves on, trying to put the brakes on this offensive man for the Haverford forwards, and Props passing this ball around now. Haverford stepping in there, 2 guys on 1 Prop here. Rowan's going to break out of this with control yet again, and Haverford's going to kick that right back on top of the logo, but the defensive man for the Props is going to be there, and he's going to take that ball, and he's going to pass it right to his other player, and they will maintain possession. Props looking to make yet another push, but a miscommunication leads to a ball taken away by Haverford. Haverford now pushing, passing that ball around over here, and the Props are just going to read that pass perfectly as they're pushing back on the far side of the field, now looking to get on the board for a 3rd time this half. Campbell's going to let it rip, and the ball is going to go wide left and out of bounds. Haverford will take over here. Look to be more like an assist kind of kick, more like a goal kind of kick on that. You put a lot of power on that, I don't know, but Ryan Campbell with a good kick nonetheless, just went a bit left.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like the kick looked like it was trying to set somebody up, but the thing was nobody was there.
And Rowan is going to kick that ball right off of one of Haverford's, excuse me, he's going to kick it off one of the Haverford defenders, and Rowan's going to maintain, they're going to keep this ball.
Number 19, Jackson Nokioma replaces number 10, Ryan Campbell.
And substitution as Ryan Campbell goes out, and Jackson, number 19, Nokioma, comes in. Nokioma seeing the field for the first time with 2 minutes left to go in this half. So with a big kick, Nokioma trying to get in there, tries to head it, and he will land on his butt. That was definitely a very dangerous jump there as Michael Iacono, Michael Iacono will take that ball back for the forwards.
I mean, Jackson Nokioma, he got up big time. His head basically getting over top of the crossbar. He's a tall guy, but his vertical leap is incredible.
And some of the players on this Rowan team, I wonder what they feed them. These guys are they're really tall players. And Rowan, ball going to go off of Haverford here. Minute left to go in the half. Profs up 2-0. Rowan Radio 89.7 WGLS FM. Profs going to keep the ball in the defensive zone against Haverford, and that ball is going to roll right out the back. And Haverford's going to look to get the ball back and get another kick. Another goalie kick here, another quick one.
You look at this team, there's about 7 or 8 guys who are at least 6'4". There's a lot of tall guys on this team.
And Nokioma getting his leg up high, but he misses that ball from Haverford. Haverford now, 30 seconds left. They're going to look to make a push now. They're getting it over the half. Nick John with the kick. Haverford maintaining control, trying to break into the defensive zone for Rowan, and that ball will go out of bounds, but it's going to be Haverford's, however. They get it in, trying to scramble this Rowan defense, but it's a 4-on-1, and Rowan are going to trip. They're going to trip him right up and take the ball away from the forwards. Putting the moves on here is one of the profs, and he does, however, he gets the pass out. And Haverford looking to make a quick break, but the ball is going to be up in the air here, and Haverford's going to kick that right out of bounds, and that will be the half. So that's the end of the first half for the profs. Profs looking fantastic as they're up 2-0. Goals scored by both John Campbell and Moduso. So Joe, let's go back real quick and take a look. That kick by Moduso, my goodness, what an incredible bicycle kick that was. I mean, I've seen it on TV, I've seen it all over the news, but I've never actually witnessed a bicycle kick like that, and what an incredible kick it was. So that leads me to ask you, Joe, what do you think is helping Rowan to get out to this lead?
I mean, it's just been the defense. I mean, defense turning into offense. You saw it multiple times of Kyle Dennis making a save. He quickly gets it to midfield, and then all of a sudden we had a rush towards for the Rowan profs. That and it's just the defense of Kyle Dennis. He's faced a good amount of shots tonight, and he just came in clutch. I mean, there's a big goose egg on the board for the Haverford forwards. So that's been the key, and you know that they have to just keep building on that aggressiveness in the second half.
Hey, Joe, I couldn't agree with you more, 100% on that. So we're going to take a quick step back here for Rowan. My name's Anthony Adolfi. I'm Joe Stauffenberg. We'll be back here in about 10 minutes for the second half. Don't go anywhere. Rowan Radio 89.7 WGLS FM. Stay close.
At Rowan University, we are committed to a healthy, safe, and supportive community.
It's on us to create an environment where everyone feels and is safe.
To create an environment in which sexual assault is unacceptable.
Sexual violence is more than just a crime against individuals.
It threatens our families. It threatens our communities.
It's on us to do something about it.
To hold our friends accountable for their actions.
To stop being a bystander to the problem of sexual assault.
When we see something wrong, we should not look the other way.
1 in 4 women,
1 in 16 men,
will experience some form of sexual assault during their college career.
It's on us to look out for one another.
To recognize that sex isn't sex unless you have consent.
To get a friend home, safe.
Less than 5% of rapes are reported to law enforcement.
It's on us to support survivors of sexual violence.
And to never blame them.
To start the conversations that are difficult.
To take reports of sexual assault seriously.
It's on us to promote a culture of respect.
To treat women with respect.
To treat men with respect.
It's on us, all of us, to stop sexual assault.
Hello, I'm Dan Gilmore, Director of Athletics at Rowan University. The primary goal of our department is to develop you, the student athlete, in all aspects of life. Rowan Athletics is committed to your success on the field, in the classroom, and as citizens of high moral character and service. Our mission defines the commitment. We exist to purposely foster a selfless environment that cultivates community, embraces learning, and enhances excellence in sport and life. I am a prof.
We are dedicated to the pursuit of excellence.
And committed to helping others achieve their fullest potential. as scholars, athletes, leaders, and members of society.
Our department and the members within
are devoted to enhancing opportunities for success and competitive greatness.
I am a prof.
We are committed to developing a spirit of unity and belonging in the athletic department for those we serve.
We encourage diversity and inclusion.
And create identity by bringing together members of our campus, alumni, and local communities through athletics and service.
I am a prof.
We hold ourselves to the highest standards of integrity.
Through actions of respect, honesty, and fair play.
We strive to behave ethically towards others.
And convey expectations of high moral character.
We are committed to each other and respect the differences in others.
Our individual successes strengthen the whole.
And we support one another in our endeavors as we each share a common goal.
I am a prof.
Education is the forefront of our existence.
We develop a culture where lifelong learning is a priority.
We support each other and our student athletes in the quest for self-improvement and academic success.
To uphold the mission, Rowan Athletics Department will use its core values as guidance in actions both on and off the field.
Dating back to 1923, Rowan University has been a staple in southern New Jersey as a leader in higher education and a powerhouse in athletics. The institution is home to 18 of the fiercest teams in the New Jersey Athletic Conference, as well as the NCAA. Being a prof is more than donning the brown and gold. It means acting and teaching the values and beliefs given by the university and the community. It is standing beside your fellow teammate no matter the circumstances. It is about doing things the right way, the Rowan way.
I think a Rowan prof is a hardworking student that understands what it takes to put in a hard day's work, both in the classroom, out of the classroom, athletically and socially. A Rowan prof is somebody that's really proud of who they are and where they are, and takes great pride in the colors that they wear, the brown and gold. And to me, I think that's what a Rowan prof is, a special person that wants to work really hard in everything that they do, and then reap the benefits and the rewards of their hard work. To me, I think that's what a Rowan prof is.
Robbins came away with the block. O'Connor to Simpson on the alley-oop. Can you hear us, ladies and gentlemen?
New with the ball on the near side, cuts it in. Looking for McCarron. McCarron with the ball. Comes through. The shot. He scores! Goal by McCarron. Comes through. And Rowan will win it.
Ready? I'm set.
They're my family. They've always been there on and off the court to support me, to help me through things, and I just know I could count on them just like I would my family at home.
Some of my best friends, for life are guys that I've played with here. So that's really the thing I'm going to take away most.
The fact that you are playing on this great team with these great people, competing for a national championship, and I'm just so lucky that I get to be a part of it.
Stand up and show them what we're all about. Stand up and show them
technique. Will load up, has a receiver downfield. It's caught to the 10, to the house. Touchdown.
I've had the greatest 4 years here, and I've loved every second of being here, and this was the best decision I've made.
Remember that it's not just about, you know, running a PR or like winning a race. It's knowing you have a whole pack of profs behind you after the race, you know, to go back to, good or bad.
I think every kind of college athlete would say that to you. When you are committed to a college team, it basically is everything. It's just really, we're lucky that we get to put our hearts and time into something so significant.
When you're in college, you kind of find out who you are. And throughout your 4 years, you develop yourself with all the different experiences, which leads into dedicating yourself to your community, to your family. So when you're a senior, you're coming out a well-rounded person.
College has given me the flexibility to pursue my passions and my interests outside of the classroom and outside of the court or field. I've had the ability to get into different activities and organizations, and I've recreated my identity for myself aside from just being an athlete.
Getting to be involved in a lot of different things, ranging from obviously being a student athlete to getting involved with my campus and my community, and not only being allowed to do that, but being encouraged to do that.
The opportunity to be able to study what I wanted to and continue to play the sport I love, to have the professors know me on a personal level, all of those things came together very nicely in one package in Division III.
Being a part of the different activities and organizations that I've been a part of, I'm actually able to see myself where I'm like, hey, I actually can make a change. I'm one person that can make a difference. It really helps you develop thinking from other people's perspectives and looking at problems from outside the box.
Division III has helped me to develop teamwork skills, critical thinking skills, time management skills.
I've definitely learned how to really be myself. I found out, yes, I am actually a good leader, and yes, I can actually put myself forward because I am good enough. I can do it.
Coming in to college, I just wanted to get good grades and to do well. But it also made me realize that I have a lot of different career goals, and I've learned so much about myself that I was always like growing and changing.
When I got to college, it forced me to step up and become more of a leader, and I think that was something I had the capability of doing, and forever grateful that being at a Division III school gave me that opportunity.
You have to dedicate your time in the classroom, you have to dedicate your time in the gym, on the field, on the court.
Our coaches and the entirety of the athletic department, they valued the student athlete going out into community and trying something new and getting involved in campus life.
You can get involved in so many different things. So the possibilities are truly limitless for what you can do with your college experience. You can kind of make it your own in the Division III setting. So I would encourage people who want to have flexibility to pursue different interests and passions to go D3.
Bicycle kick for a goal, unbelievable. Definitely going to see that on ESPN Top 10 tomorrow. And then we got Ryan Campbell with the shot right in the back of the net to put the Profs right back on top, 2-0 here as we're about to kick off the second half here.
Yeah, I mean, it's two great goals from guys who know how to score and have scored in previous years. They've been the better ones here on the team, but also you have to look at the goals by period, just as the last couple of games, for at least for this season as we are underway in the second half here. I mean, 2 goals coming into this game in the second half, or the first half, excuse me, total, and now we have 2 goals that were gotten in the first half by the Profs. So they met their mark with first half goals. So, I mean, you know, they're the second half team, so could we see more scoring? I mean, from the stats, it looks like we will.
I mean, anything's possible here, Joe. Like you said, they're already up 2-0, looking to build on that lead. As So's going to kick that ball right over the half now. Haverford with possession. Passing it over Rowan, cutting into that. Profs. Haverford trying to slide kick, but it's not going to affect the Profs as they keep the ball now getting deep into the box. Profs putting the moves on now. Profs are going to maintain the ball, and they're going to lose that ball over Haverford College. They're going to strip that ball and try and get possession here. On my left side, Rowan University. On my right side, Haverford College. They switch sides this half as Rowan gets that ball right back. Haverford Ford are taking a big hit from the Profs as they're getting the ball across the field over here. Vinny Guzzo is going to stop that ball. Passing it over to Nick Schlageter. Schlageter's pass back to Will Shasted. Right back over to Kyle Dennis in goal. And Kyle Dennis is going to give that ball a kick right over to Modu So he's going to take his time. He's got 2 Haverford defenders on him, however. Pass back to Dennis. Over to Shasted. Shasted's pass misses wide a little bit to the right. Haverford's going to get into the box with that ball. They've got control now as the Profs are going to kick it back to Kyle Dennis at the last second. Dennis communicating with Will Shasted over there. Dennis is going to give it a boot high, and it's going to be extremely high. It's going to get just over the midway point now. Ball's up. Haverford with the header as that'll go right out of bounds. Profs ball. Ryan Lager throwing that ball in now. Ryan Campbell now with the ball as Haverford will take that ball right back. Aaron Robertson back in the game as he's going to lose that ball, but the Profs are going to do a slide kick and maintain possession out in the defensive zone. Lager with the ball now. Putting the moves on, and that ball is going to go right out of bounds. And Haverford's going to get that ball.
So going back to that previous shot with Will Shasta, or when the Haverford forwards went in and took the shot, you had Shostad come right in, very at the last second to just step in right in front of the forward, and an easy kick back to Dennis.
And Haverford now with possession in front of their net, right outside the box. Haverford going to take a tough push by Ryan Campbell over there. He's going to literally shove him onto the ground as the refs are going to look at that one, and they will give him the whistle. Haverford with the ball yet again. They're going to do a quick pass over there. Zach Brown passing it over to Nick John. John's pass now over the middle. Ford's got the ball. Now the Profs. That's neck and neck here as the defender and the offenseman for both teams on one another. And Haverford's going to get an offensive call on that one, and Rowan will take the ball back.
Man, start that play to start that defensive collapse. LCD has had great speed to close out on that ball to help apply pressure, and then the forwards just completely turned it over.
And Shosted with that kick right into the box for the Profs. Kevin Primich now with the kick right in there. Ryan Campbell's going to head it, but it's just going to go out of bounds and out of play here. And Haverford's going to get that ball back yet again as we're going to see a goal kick by Michael Iacono, goalie for Haverford College Forwards.
I mean, it was a great play to get it for Campbell, and it was a great setup for him. It was just a little bit too much that he put into his head. It just went right over the net.
Michael Iacono back by net, setting up for a big boot here. Iacono in stride as he's going to kick it, and it will go just over the midway point. Props, however, keeping that ball back in Haverford's defensive zone. Ryan Campbell now fighting for that ball. Ball's up in the air. Ryan Campbell has got the pass now. Ryan Campbell unleashes it, but it's going to go back out of bounds off of Haverford, and it's going to remain Rowan University's ball.
I mean, Campbell looked like he was taking on 2 defenders there. He tried to split them. He couldn't. They basically formed a wall. Tried to go around them. He had help, and they pushed it. He fired a shot, went right out. Good thing, though, they're setting up a corner here.
And the corner kick is good. Props are going to jump up, try and get that. They're going to keep it right in front of the net, but Haverford's going to kick that ball right out. Props fighting for the ball. Shosted's got that ball back now. He strips it from Haverford. Nick John with the header for Haverford back, but it's going to be in Props possession. Props and Haverford going back and forths. Guzzo with the ball now for the Profs. Guzzo trying to pull the moves on, but they're going to poke that away, and Haverford's going to steal that one right back. Haverford trying to get out of the defensive zone and looking to get on the board for the first time tonight. They're still down 2-0 here. And Nick John with the kick as he collides with the Prof. It's going to remain Haverford's ball. And Nick John will throw it in himself. Both teams taking their time right now, trying to set up. Nick John's throw-in's going to be intercepted by the Profs. They're just going to boot that one right back out of bounds and right on top of the post by the sidelines, and that's going to go out of play. Nick John with yet another throw-in the last 10 seconds, so definitely get his arms work out here just as much as his legs. And he's going to throw that one in. Profs and the forwards tumble. We're going to get a call from the ref. It's going to be Haverford's ball. And Modu So collided with the forward over there, but the refs are going to give the forwards the ball.
I mean, to end the first half, Rowan had 10 shots compared to the forwards 5. I mean, early on, the forwards were the one that had the advantage there. Profs came back and were aggressive.
And kicked by Haverford, and they're going to get that as that's a goal for Haverford College. And it was a miscommunication by Rowan. That ball went right up and over, and it was headed by number 22, Ryan Logar, and he thought it went right behind the net, but it went in the net as he headed it a little bit to the left. And now the Profs are still up 2-1 hour, but what an incredible goal by number 3, Zach Brown for Haverford College forwards. Unfortunate for Rowan, as that was a terrible miscommunication. Ryan Logar thought that ball was going out, but it ended up going off his head and in. And Kyle Dennis was unfortunately he was not able to save that ball.
I mean, that was just a tough play by him. He thought that the post was going to be able to save it. It hit the post, though. It went exactly right in. One thing is, they do have a 1-goal lead. They had a 2-goal, now it's only a 1-goal. They still have the lead, though.
And Profs are going to throw that one in as Haverford's going to head that right back out of bounds. And Zach Swarbrick's going to give this one yet another throw, and a second one right now. Profs ball high up in the air as it's a kick. And we're going to get a whistle blown. It's going to be on Haverford. And Rowan Profs just keep on marching down the field. Profs still up 2-1 here, but it's still anybody's game as this is a close one here at the Rowan University soccer field.
I mean, a frustrated Haverford team already got 2 fouls. They had a total of 2 fouls for the first half. Just the Profs are getting frustrated. They're frustrating them right now.
And Aaron Robertson's kick from the sideline is going to come into the box. It's going to be a header, but Haverford's going to get control, and they will steal that ball as they push up the sideline here. Shosted applying the pressure over to Guzzo. Guzzo is going to get tripped up trying to get that ball back. He'll get right back up, however, here. And the forwards passing it into the Rowan's zone, but Swarbrick's going to be right there, and he's going to take that ball back for the Profs. Guzzo. Back to Logar. Logar back to Shosted. Shosted's kick off of the forward is going to be blocked, and he's going to maintain this ball. It's a 2-on-1, 2 Profs on a forward here. And Logar is going to get his feet in there and knock that ball away, and he's going to keep it in bounds and boot it down the field for the Profs.
Oh, great play. Wonderful play by Logar, really applying the pressure and getting the ball away from the forward, and they thought that the ball was actually going to roll out of bounds, so they just let it go. And Logar stayed with it, kept it in bounds. It was a great play by Ryan Logar.
And we're going to have the first substitution of the second half as Vinny Guzzo is going to come out and Kevin Pereira will come back into the game. Robertson's throw in. It's going to be booted right back to the logo. Nick Schlager with that ball, but Haverford's going to take that ball right back. Nick John with the ball up the far side of the field now, over into Rowan's defensive zone. And Haverford's going to give that a good kick. High, and So's going to head that over top of the Haverford College offenseman, and it's going to stay Haverford's ball as that goes out of bounds. Quick throw in over there by Haverford. Both teams still fight for the ball. Now Haverford's got the ball right in the box. Right in the box in front of the props. Now Haverford looking to set something up quick. Top of the key. He's going to let loose, and he will just kick that ball over. Oh, no, excuse me. It went over the net. Sorry, folks. I thought it was a goal there because everybody started clapping.
Looked, yeah. But it looked like a goal, but it just went right over. It was a tremendous kick. I mean, Kyle Dennis, I believe, would have had a hand on that one if it did end up under the crossbar, but it was a shot right to the corner, and thankfully it went over.
And Kyle Dennis right onto the logo, a complete bullseye of a kick right there. Profs struggling to get this ball back as Haverford's going to go right down the field with the ball. 2-on-1 Profs. And Profs are going to hit that off of a forward, and they're going to get the ball in. They're going to get the ball back for a throw-in. Throw-in from Logar. It's going to go right over the head of a Haverford defenseman. As Haverford hits that back. Logar with a header. Haverford taking possession of this one. Both teams set it up. Rowan now applying a lot of pressure, especially giving up that last goal. And that ball is going to go right out off of a prof. Haverford's ball. Quick throw-in by Reesberger. Reesberger is going to lose that one, however, as Shostak's going to get that ball back. Miscommunication, and we get a trip by Haverford, but the refs miss it. It's number 7, Kevin Pereira with the ball. Kevin Pereira really breaking in there, and Haverford's going to kick that one out. So he's going to come to the middle of the field and try and keep it in the defensive side for the Profs, and he does.
I really think that should have been a foul called on Shostak. I mean, he had the ball, and it was obviously he didn't when he passed it, and a big shove let him on the ground. I mean, he could have went with, I believe it was Pereira. He was going back and forth with him, but he got shoved. There was no, and then there was no call.
Yeah, definitely a tough missed call for the Profs there, but still up here 2-1. Not too much to worry about. As Michael Iacono is going to give that one a kick right over the middle of the field. Profs going to head that one. It's looking to go out of bounds, and Kevin Pribbich saves that ball. Swarbrick's going to lose it now. Haverford going out of bounds, but it's still Haverford's ball. However, as they're making a great push here in the defensive zone against Rowan, and Rowan is going to kick that one high and dry right into the parking lot, and Haverford's going to get the ball back yet again.
I mean, Haverford has spent a ton of time in the Profs' defensive zone. I mean, especially in this second half. I mean, they already have one. They're threatening for another. And that ball looks like it rolls out of bounds.
And looks like Kyle Dennis is going to get the kick. The goalie back there for the Profs. Definitely getting his feet of work in tonight. Kyle Dennis looking to set up Haverford. 3 men in Rowan's defensive zone. Looking to try and make a crack into that lead and try and tie it up. All men back now. Kyle Dennis with the kick. Right back to the logo. Rowan's going to boot that one right over. Haverford maintaining possession now. Both teams fight now as it's back in the Prof zone. Pereira really fighting for that ball. As the forward's going to juggle through and he's going to lose that ball. Aaron Robertson with the steal there over to Logar. Logar's kick. It's going to go just right into the head of a forward. Forward's now back to Logar. Logar is going to look to maintain possession. Quick throw in by Logar now. He's going to throw it in on the close to the sidelines. And the ball is going to be off of a Prof. And it's going to be Haverford's ball as they do a quick throw in now. Top of the box now. Haverford is passing the ball. They're going to rip it. And Haverford will score. And just like that, Haverford evens it up at 2-2 here with 30 minutes left in this half. What an incredible goal by the Haverford College forwards.
Yeah, I mean, it just caught Kyle Dennis. I believe it was just off his game right now. I mean, I think it just caught him off guard too. I mean, they went to the left side of the box, and then it just ripped it to the right side. It just scooted in. But now the Profs, I mean, looked like they took their foot right off the gas, which that gave a perfect opportunity for the forwards to get back in this game.
Props are going to get the tip off. That ball is going to be kicked right out of bounds by Nick Schlageter. Fords, Nick John with the throw in. John's going to throw that in, but the props are going to take it. Nick Schlageter looking to get that ball, but he will not be able to get it. Will Shosted back over to Kevin Primich. Primich with the ball now. Pass it over. Schlageter. Schlageter, Primich. Primich in the zone for the... And the goalie, Michael Iacono, will save that ball for the Fords. And that was definitely a close one. That ball took a high hop. But thank goodness Michael Iacono is tall. He was able to reach in there and take the ball away.
That's one of the things that we've seen a lot from him. You know, on the other side, on the other side of the field, Kyle Dennis, he's that sit back, let the ball come to him, let the ball, or wait and let the ball come to you. On the other side, Iacono, he's that goalkeeper that's going to come out. Is going to try to stop any offensive pressure or any offensive chances that Rowan has this game. You saw it in the first half, and you're seeing it here in the second.
And props are going to get that thrown over there. Zach Swarbrick's going to get that throw in. Ball back in play now. Swarbrick with the ball now for the props. Going to kick it over to Robertson. Props losing control now. Primich with the ball. Fight against the Fords. And there's going to be a foul called on Haverford College. Props still maintaining this ball now as Haverford goes back deep into their defensive zone to set it up. Taking the kick this time, however, it will be Will Shosted. Shosted back, looking to see where he's going to place this ball next. Shosted in stride now with the kick right into the box now, but Haverford's going to head that one out. Robertson keeping that ball alive over there for the Profs. And the ball is going into the parking lot for the second time tonight. So, folks, watch out for your cars. And Haverford's going to get that ball. Nick John doing the throw in yet again here for the Fords. Excuse me, they're gonna change it up, and Michael Iacono is going to do the throw in.
Sykes Cargyle with that second goal here to tie things up. That first one coming from Noah Schwab. Nick Gianelli's got both assists tonight.
And Profs and the Fords are going to get into a header right there, but it looks to be off the Profs, and the Fords will get the ball back.
I mean, I talked about it basically all game, goals by halves, and the Profs have only given up one goal coming into the game. In the second half, I mean, now you got two. This might be a little bit of a problem.
And Profs strip that ball now. Kevin Pereira going right up the middle. Profs, it's a 4-on-2. Kevin Pereira is going to head that one, keep that in the defensive zone against Haverford College. Going to give that a little kick, but Haverford is going to look.
Well, Prof gets taken down there if they're going after the ball.
Another tough call. Rowan's definitely avoiding injuries here. Two men went down already in the first half. That was Kevin Primich and Aaron Robertson, so they definitely need to be careful. About 27 minutes left to play here in the second half. We're all knotted up here, folks, with a 2-2 tie for Haverford and Rowan University.
This is a perfect opportunity to tie things up now. Looks like the Profs are going to put everybody in there. Look out for Shawstad. He's the big body.
Kick in for the Profs. It's going to be a header. It's going to be in the box, and that kick is going to be up and over the net. Profs squabble an opportunity there. That was definitely a tough one there. The box is a little crowded. And Michael Iacono is going to get that kick again for the Fords.
I mean, it looked like it was going to be a pick play that was going to be set up for Shawstad. They wanted to give Shawstad started on the near side, ran around the box, fooled the defender, but it looked like he started to run a little bit too early, and they just couldn't get to him.
Ball pops straight up in the air. Shawstad kicking that ball. He's going to get it. He's going to boot right back over to Pereira. Pereira and Primich fighting for it. Ball over to Haverford now. Robertson will let that ball go. And that's going to be Haverford's ball. It's going to be a quick pass decision over here. Reesberger with the ball now, looking over for Haverford. Scanning the field now. We got Profs. We got three men up. and a bunch back, watching out for the net for the Profs. Berger's going to pass it back to Zach Brown. Zach Brown's going to boot it over to Nick John. Nick John's got the ball now. Profs swarming on that ball. We got So putting the pressure on, and Profs will get that ball back as So does a very good job of applying the pressure. Approach with the ball, is going to kick it, but he's going to get blocked. Profs getting that ball back. Pereira with the ball, trying to get the ball. Robertson going after it as well. Haverford still got that ball, however. And an aggressive push by Zach Swarbrick, but it's going to go for nod. The refs will not call it, and So will call off his defenders. And an uproar now by the fans as they are enraged with a missed call from the refs.
I mean, I don't know what they're trying to say. I mean, I don't think there was anything wrong that was done in the box. I mean, aggressive play, yeah, but it's not anything that deserves a call.
And now we'll get a call from the refs.
It too.
That was definitely a deserving call indeed, Joe. And the fans here, we can tell because we're listening, definitely not happy, especially the Haverford fans, with that call.
I mean, he was all over Campbell, and they weren't even at the ball. Shawstad's going to be taking this kick. After he was the one that was trying to get set up for a pick play right in the front.
Shawstad booting it right towards the goal. He's going to get a little spin, and Rowan's going to get a great header into the low left-hand corner. But Michael Iacono gets his right hand on it, and he knocks that ball out. What an incredible save by Michael Iacono.
He might have got a hand. I don't know if he got a hand on it because it will be a goal kick. But still, though, I mean, Iacono putting on the pressure over there. It might have caught the post.
And we're going to have substitutions here for both teams. Coming in for the Profs, we've got Mike Schoner. And we have coming back in again is Jackson Nokioma. Nokioma with a high kick there. He'll miss the ball. Kicked from Michael Iacono. Nokioma chasing after that ball now. Robertson gets the ball, and he will give a quick kick to the face on one of the offensemen for the Haverford forwards, but that's not going to stop him as he's going right towards the net now. Haverford into Rowan's box, top of the key now. He's going to give it a rip, and the ball is going to go just over top of the net. Profs avoiding a very big stop there. Definitely stopping that ball. Kyle Dennis, my goodness, thank gosh he was back there in goal.
Yeah, I mean, and it was Michael Carr who the ball was basically hit to right in his face. It was right here, and he acted like nothing happened, and he just started to charge right down the field. He slowed up at the perfect time to give a little bit of a cross, and luckily it went once again over the net.
And Nokioma is going to kick that ball. Excuse me, it's going to be off of Haverford. And Swarbrick's going to throw that ball in here. Nick John getting the ball back for the forwards. Forward defenseman slips up, and Kyle Dennis will just come and give it a light tap over to Will Shawstad. Shawstad with a boot over the logo. Over to fellow teammate Nick Schlageter. Nokioma going for the ball, but it's going to be for nod here. And it's going to stay Rowan's ball, however.
Yeah, might have caught a piece of the forward as they were trying to get it to Nokioma.
Profs and forwards fighting for this ball. Ford's going to come away from it, however. They're going to pass it upfield. So trying to put the clamps on the forward defenseman right now, and forwards are just pushing right here. Trying to break this tie. They're going to give it a big kick to the other side of the field. But Kyle Dennis will stop anything before it can get started here. And I think that's the third time he's touched the ball in the past 2 minutes. So definitely Kyle Dennis over there on his toes. He'll give it a little roll over there to Will Shawstad. Shawstad bring it up slowly. He's going to give it another huge kick with that big leg of his. It's going to be over. John Strolling with the header. Nokioma is going to try and get the goal, and he will nearly trip over the goalie for Haverford, Michael Iacono, and almost drew a whistle from the referee on that one.
I mean, Jackson Nokioma just using his speed. He might have got a piece of Iacono, but he's just, I mean, he was just trying to stop himself, but he couldn't.
Yeah, it was a big guy like him, going to full speed. It's definitely hard to stop at times.
I mean, I can't believe, like, a guy like that can move.
Jackson Nokioma pushing the ball now against Nick John. Nick John's going to get tripped up, and the refs, a delayed call here on the profs, and he's going to call tripping on Jackson Nokioma. That was a late, oh my gosh, I don't even know what to say. That was such a late call by the referee.
So it looked like he was trying to beat two defenders, he was trying to split them, and he might have knocked one of them down, but like he wasn't, there was no push or no nothing. I don't think Jackson Nokioma should have got the foul called on him.
Yeah, especially with that late whistle, Joe. I mean, we were standing there watching it, and then as soon as people make a scene of it, then he calls the whistle. Definitely not a good job of the ref. As Haverford's going to get the ball back in the defensive zone for Rowan. Schlageter back there, but Haverford still got the ball. They're going to give a little kick, and Schlageter is going to rip it. And right over to Jackson Nokioma. Kevin Primich with the ball now. Primich splitting two defenders as he does so well. Now we have John Sterling with the ball, pass back over to Aaron Robertson. Robertson's pass back over to Ryan Logar. Logar kicks it downfield. Props are going to hustle for that one. Haverford's going to maintain control. However, they're going to give it a little kick. And Haverford, we have Oduso now with the ball coming over the middle of the field for the Profs. Passing it back over to the far side in the defensive zone. This is Swarbrick. Swarbrick loses the ball now, but the Profs still maintain possession. Profs making a huge push now. Haverford's going to steal that ball away, and they're going back into the Prof zone. And a sliding tackle by Modou So, and he's going to get that ball back with ease. Modou So making a run down the field here, splitting two defenders. So's pass to the middle. Jackson Nokioma. And we're going to get a whistle by the ref on Rowan, on Jackson Nokioma again, and the Haverford College forwards will get the ball back.
Yeah, So was making a great line down the field, and slowed down, fooled his defenders, tried to set up Jackson Nokioma, but didn't get it in the air a lot, which Nokioma wanted it, basically. I mean, he's always wanting to try to get that header in. It was just a bad angle. Nokioma tried to cut it off, and unfortunately got the foul.
And Profs now with the ball. Jackson Nokioma up the side of the field. He's going to hustle his butt off to get this one. Jackson Nokioma faking the kick. And it's going to be right into the middle for the Profs. Profs still got ball now, got an open field. Passes it over. Aaron Robertson's got the ball now. And the forwards are going to knock that out of Robertson's possession. And it's going to look to be a corner kick.
Might have just caught the foot of Noah Schwab. I mean, he was right near Robertson. Actually going to be a throw-in.
Lugar's throw-in. Kevin Pereira over there.
And a corner kick's going to be awarded.
Profs do not want to squabble this opportunity. Still tied here. About 17 minutes to go. Again, my name's Anthony Adolfi. Beside me, Joe Stauffenberg, and this is Rowan Radio 89.7 WGLS-FM. Profs setting up a corner. The kick by Pereira is right. It's dead red, and the Profs are going to miss an easy heading chance. And the ball is going to go out, and Haverford College will get the ball back as they're making some substitutions. Haverford College bringing two fresh bodies in here, and Profs looking to make no substitutes right now as it's neck and neck, and they have most, if not all, of their starters still out on the field right now.
Yeah, they do almost have all of them.
Big kick by Michael Iacono right to the middle of the field. Primich heading that ball. It's Jackson Nokioma coming right in. Kevin Pereira with the ball now. Passes it over. Prof stop on a dime to try and get that ball back. Mike Schoner with the ball. And a goal by Jackson Nokioma. And just like that, the Profs jump out to the 3-2 lead here with 16 and a half minutes left in the second half. What an incredible kick by Jackson Nokioma.
I think that might have been, there hasn't been anything changed. We heard boos. As a yellow card will be awarded to Jackson Nokioma after he took his jersey off. Yeah, it was an offsides. So no goal.
So you're telling me I just screamed like that for nothing? And Jackson,
I mean, yeah, it was a tough call to make. I want to say they didn't make any change on the scoreboard, so I knew that there had to have been something.
Oh, Joe, my eyesight seems to be deceiving me then, because I can't believe Jackson Okio didn't score on that. And 2 more subs will come in for Haverford College. So Haverford College making 2 substitutions in the matter of just 2 minutes here in the second half. So they definitely want to try and break this lead, or excuse me, break this tie, because we're getting late in the second half. Still plenty of game time left, 16.5 minutes. But if I were them, I'd rather score for either team. I'd rather score sooner rather than later. Thrown by Haverford's going to be deep down the sideline over there. Rowan's going to apply the pressure over, and they're going to get the ball back. Oduso fighting to the quarter over here. Pross get the ball back, however, fighting. And the kick and spin by number 20 over there, Aaron Robertson. Kevin Pereira is going to get the ball back for the Pross. It's going to be a quick throw in, however. Excuse me, it's not going to be by Kevin Pereira. It's going to be by Ryan Logar. And now Rowan making a position change. We have coming in. We've got Ryan Campbell, and going out we have Mike Schoner taking a seat back on the bench.
Just now you have 2 guys who have probably the most energy on the team. You got Nokioma and Campbell. I mean, Nokioma coming off the bench provides a huge spark for this team. And then Campbell just, I mean, he showed it already in the first half. I mean, he's a speedster. He can get down the field quick and start the play quick.
And Profs get the ball. It's going to be a kick by Will Shosted over to Moduso. Moduso over to Zach Swarbrick. Swarbrick trying to split the defender, and he does, and he's going to get a pass deep in to Jackson Nokioma. Pass in, Nokioma looking for the ball. It's going to be gone and kicked back out. Aaron Robertson focused on the ball. Haverford's going to head that one back out. Haverford with the ball now. Down the sideline, Haverford turning on the turbo jets here. They're going to fly. Logar's going to keep pace with him, and he's going to help that ball go right out of bounds. Good defensiveness by Ryan Logar. Haverford College, quick throw in, top of the box now. Wide kick over to the right, looks to be going out of bounds, and Swarbrick will kick that ball right out of bounds. Haverford will maintain possession of the ball, however. Haverford College still got the ball close, very close to the sidelines now. They're going to keep it that way. They're trying to break in. Haverford College got some room now. Haverford College with the pass. Pass is going to be miscommunicated, and the Profs are going to try to get that out, as that kick will just be on the left foot of one of the Haverford College players, and that ball is going to go up and over the net and miss by just inches. Rowan definitely getting some tough breaks here.
So we saw Will Shostad take a kick right at midfield. Instead of putting it all the way downfield, he decided to pass it over to Moduso, who is on the far side, is with another man of the defense. It looks like the Profs are now playing a little bit more conservative here, just trying to get a play set up rather to go forward. And we talked about that a little bit in the first half, right at the end. I mean, anything to try to switch up and get a goal here.
Michael Iacono for the Haverford College forward is going to kick that back to the midfield. Shosted's going to get that ball back for the Profs, though. Shosted going down the side of the field. Profs with the ball. Michael Iacono is going to come out and save that, though. What a great setup by the Profs. But another opportunity squabbled away as Michael Iacono steps out of net and will take that ball and that opportunity away from the Profs.
I think twice we saw there that it looked like Shostad and Logar didn't get enough kick or enough power on the ball, but it actually might have been better because it set up a play for Campbell on the far side, but Campbell couldn't get that just because of Iacona coming out and making the save.
And Haverford College are going to get that ball back right into Rowan's defensive zone. However, they're going to look to set up, though, do a little quick triangle pass over here between the 3 guys. Haverford's going to give it a big kick as Moduso is going to try and chase that down, but Kyle Dennis will call him off and take the ball. Kyle Dennis now definitely needs to watch where he places this ball. It's crucial as the score is still 2-2, and we're just about to get under 10 minutes in this game, or excuse me, in the second half. And Haverford College now with the ball. Haverford College passing the ball around. Ball breaks over into the defensive zone, but the props are going to kick it right back out. Moduso up the side of the line, but it's going to be Ryan Campbell with the ball now. Ryan Campbell pass over. Through, Michael Iacono with the save, and Jackson Nokioma with the goal. This time he actually scored. Jackson Nokioma, what an incredible goal, and he breaks the tie here with 11:15 left in the second half. Props now up 3-2 in this second half.
Man, he was really looking for that goal there for the past couple minutes. No shirt removal this time because he doesn't want to get that second yellow card. But man, that was a great way with just sticking with the ball, getting right over Iacono. And with 11:15 left to go here in the second half, Profs are in good position.
And folks, this time my screaming actually went, and it was important this time because Jackson Nokioma did score. What an incredible goal by Jackson. Haverford now with the tip. Ball booted by Haverford right down the right side of the line. But Swarbrick will be right there to corral the ball. He's going to keep it inside, however. He's going to keep it inside the playing ground. And Haverford College now with a sliding kick. I don't know what to call that. And then Kyle Dennis will step in there, and he'll get the ball back for the Profs. So Profs, if I were them, I'd look to just maintain this lead now, up 3-2. Still anybody's game, still plenty of time. However, if I was Haverford, I'd definitely look to get on the board and take the Profs into OT.
Moduso was man who assisted Jackson Nokioma on that goal. Moduso tonight, 1 goal, 1 assist.
Dennis with the kick over to the logo here. Jackson Nokioma fighting with the Haverford defender, but it doesn't matter here. Profs are still going to get that ball back. Vinny Guzzo fighting. Swarbrick with the kick. Jackson Nokioma maintaining control now. Profs. Ryan Campbell going to block that one as Michael Iacono is going to step in there. Excuse me, Iacono is going to take that ball away. Drop kick by Michael Iacono. Ball is going deep over the half mark, half fielded now. Cross with the ball. It's Aaron Robertson over there. Robertson with the ball, still trying to move around those defenders. But Haverford's going to take that ball right back. Profs and Haverford fighting with the ball. Swarbrick's got the ball now, and he's going to kick it out. Haverford's going to get the ball now. Quick throw in. And Haverford College needs to set something up here. Throw in by the Haverford, but Profs kicking it back the other way. Ryan Campbell now looking to go up the middle. It's a 5-on-2, and they're going to get a shove from one of the Haverford defenders, and the crowd is livid. The ref didn't even decide to blow that whistle. That was a terrible miscall by the referee. And Moduso is going to do a slide tackle. No call from the ref, though, because that was a clean one, and the ball is going to go out, and Haverford College is going to get that ball back. So definitely need to look for opportunities here in this possession.
Under 9 minutes left to go here in the second half. This is a crucial possession. They're deep in the Rowan territory.
Haverford College now sticking close to that outside box for the Profs as Moduso is going to kick that ball. Excuse me, Jackson Nokioma is going to kick that ball out of bounds. Haverford College looking to set something up here and try and get back on the board. Still down by 1 goal here with 8.5 minutes left in the second half. Haverford coach telling them what to do, trying to get a formation or something going here. Quick throw in. And Profs are going to head that one back over right to a Haverford offenseman. Offenseman's going to kick the ball right and center it, but the ball's going to go wide left and out of bounds as Kyle Dennis will track that one down and watch it go. And we're going to have another substitution as we have number 24, Saif Al-Sidi, coming in for 19, Jackson Nokioma, who again had the game-tying breaking goal and put the Profs ahead. Kyle Dennis back now. Kyle Dennis, what an incredible leg he has. He's going to kick it over the half again. Swarbrick with the header. Ball is going to get headed around here, and hasn't touched the ground in a few seconds, and that ball is going to go out. Looks to be Haverford College's ball. Ref's going to blow the whistle over real quick. And they're going to get the throw in. Ball is back in play now. Rowan playing aggressive, but Haverford's got it right up top of the box now. It's a 4-on-1 and a trip by Haverford, but no call from the ref. As Haverford chases that one down, and a header from the Prof, and that ball is going back out of bounds. Still going to be Haverford's ball. Nick John's going to get the throw in on this one, however. Nick John with the throw. Prof's going to head it, and a header out of bounds. This time, however, the ball will be given to Rowan. And Swarbrick is going to throw this ball in for Rowan. Throw from Swarbrick. Ball will go out of bounds, and Haverford will get it back yet again. So a lot of throw-ins going on in the past minute and a half. Both teams can't seem to just get the ball out on the middle of the field. They're having a tough time in doing so, especially since we have 6 minutes left in this game. And Haverford College is definitely looking to get another goal on the board, as Rowan will head that one back out of bounds yet again. Haverford College's ball.
I mean, they're basically hugging that far sideline. I mean, it's a tough place to play. Tough place to keep the ball in.
Haverford College now back in Rowan's defensive zone. They're going to stop the ball. But a good chase down by Ryan Logar, and he's going to knock that ball out of the play. Haverford College, he's got some room now, this offense, but he's going to juggle through 3 defenders. 4. The Profs are going to let that go, but thank goodness Kyle Dennis was paying attention as that ball went under a Rowan defender, and he's able to get 2 hands on it here and save that shot attempt.
I mean, those aren't easy, especially those bouncers. Almost went really high, and Kyle Dennis just decided to come out of the net just a little bit. Great kick downfield by Dennis.
Profs ball now into the defensive zone. Ryan Campbell chasing after that. He will split. He's going to try to split the defender as he does, but he just gets tripped up. It's a 2-on-1 here. Ryan Campbell getting shoved left and right, and we're going to get a deliberate push. And the refs are blowing their whistles left and right here. Ryan Campbell is down. That was Zach Brown of Haverford College with a very, very intentional shove on Ryan Campbell.
Campbell's going to take his time getting up.
I mean, that was a really tough hit, Joe.
Yeah, and he had both feet like up in the air in a trip.
And ref and Campbell miscommunication here. Campbell's running his mouth, and he needs to be careful because he does not want to get thrown out of this game, especially with how close the score is. Refs clarifying, the fans clearly not happy with the call from the ref. And Haverford will get the ball as Michael Iacono is going to get that kick.
I mean, it was all just a tough call. It all happened very quickly, but all intention was going right for the ball. I mean, I think a couple legs did get on the ball.
And Ryan Campbell back up and running now. He's got the ball. He's going to turn on those afterburners. He's going to try and get down the field for it. But Profs, he does. He splits 1 defender, far side on the right. Tries to split 2. He's going to lose the ball, but it's going to maintain it in Rowan's. It's going to maintain Rowan's ball.
Man, I think not getting that call just lit a fire right under Ryan Campbell. You saw it in his face. He was getting downfield. Might be talking a little smack to the defenders.
I mean, Joe, if that were me in that situation, I'd want to play 10 times harder than I've ever played before, just to try and show them out. And Pereira with the ball, he's going to fight. He's going to keep that in bounds, however, and they're going to give Kevin Pereira a trip. And ref's going to blow the whistle on that one. So Rowan definitely not getting the calls they should be getting today. Haverford's been getting some of the calls their way. And a ref's going to change the possession ways. He's going to say
he's got to tell him the ball should have been a little bit back further.
4 minutes left to play. Rowan still up 3-2, holding on to that lead desperately. Michael Iacono with a deep shot. And Rowan's going to try and get that ball. And a high kick from one of the Rowan offensemen here. His number, excuse me, we have Saif Al-Sidi with the ball now. Passes it over to Swarbrick. Swarbrick can't hustle fast enough, though. It's a tough one. And Haverford College is going to get that ball back. Michael Iacono with the boot right down the skinny part of the sideline, right on the line. It looked like Swarbrick with the ball, defender incoming, and the defender for Haverford is going to kick that ball back towards Rowan. Haverford College marching on down the field, still trying to look to get that game-tying goal here and take the Profs deeper in this game, as we're going to get a collision, and they're going to give. That was an unbelievable. That was a crazy call. I mean, that looked like a deliberate shoulder. And they're going to give the call to the Profs, so Haverford's going to get this ball. And these whistles are getting more and more aggressive as these players are getting deeper into this half. Kick in from Haverford right towards the net. Header straight up. Haverford's going to try and get the ball out right in front of the box now. Right side of the box, Haverford splits one defender, kicks the ball high up and in, and nobody's there for Haverford. Kyle Dennis will let that ball go out of bounds. And Haverford squabbled what looked to be a very important possession, especially late in this game, and they need a goal here to survive.
I mean, I also think that if the forwards had possession, that might have been an offsides call. I mean, there was a couple of the Profs defenders, they put their hands up in that motion. There were a few defenders not right in front of the net while the forwards were trying to get there.
Holding left and right all over John Duclos over here for the Profs. But refs aren't going to call that one. Haverford deep shot, but Modu is going to get that ball back out of the defensive zone for the Profs. Haverford really needs to pull something together here. We got about a minute and a half left. Haverford College, Modu So will kick the ball out, and a collision by Haverford, and Modu So is down, and the refs are going to let this one slide yet again.
That might have just been incidental contact there. It looked like both of them were going for the ball as time is going to be stopped with about a minute and 22 seconds left to go here in the second half. So really hasn't moved from being on the ground.
And Trainer's out there now taking a look at him. He hasn't gotten up yet, and that looked to be a very crucial injury Modu So's taking. He's just laying there on the ground.
I mean, last year, just like we said, Defensive Player of the Year, he's got a goal and an assist tonight. Modu So, from the junior from Harrison, New Jersey. I mean, this injury sidelines him. This is going to be a big blow for the Profs.
This definitely will be a big blow, Joe, because it's very unfortunate.
I mean, So is barely moved. I mean, I wouldn't even know wouldn't even want to speculate what it is, but as soon as he got hit, he got dropped. It's like he's sitting up a little bit. Still though, the Profs have that 3-2 lead thanks to Jackson Nokioma, and Modu So is going to get up and walk it off.
And you know, Joe, at least he's getting up to walk it off because that looked to be very scary there. He's going to jog off now, so he looks to be okay. Still going to need some further evaluation, however. And refs looking to start this game back up again. Haverford with the ball. Minute 22 left. Rowan still out 3-2. Definitely a nail biter this entire game. Rowan jumped out to that 2-0 lead before half, but Haverford College knotted it all up with 2-2, and then Jackson Nokioma with that game goal, that great goal, and Rowan jumped back out to 3-2 lead now as a throw in by Haverford College right into the box, but Rowan's going to head that one right out back the other way. Nick John with the ball for Haverford College, gives it a good kick right over the top. Haverford College scrambling to get together now. kick right towards the net, and that ball is going to go right out of bounds as Kyle Dennis will just watch that ball go wide right.
1 minute remaining.
1 minute left to go in this game for both teams.
I mean, it was a great setup chance there, but it was just way too much power on it, and the profs were just saw that. They said, nope, no thank you. We're not going to touch it. We'll waste some time. I mean, that took about 15 seconds off the clock of just getting the ball and setting it up.
And Haverford's going to head that one straight up in the air. Haverford College still trying to get something together. And another hard hit on Haverford, but it doesn't matter. The Profs still got the ball now, looking to pass it. Got the ball now. Kevin's got the ball, and Haverford College is going to steal that away. 20 seconds left. Haverford making one final run here. And they're going to call a handball. Thought it was a call. They're still playing. 10 seconds left, and Rowan will look to let this game go. And that is going to do it for the Rowan University Profs here as they come away with the late goal by Jackson Nokioma to take the game 3-2 and extend their game win streak to 4. Joe, what an incredible game. I mean, what do you think helped lead them to this lead? I mean, there were many things, but what do you specifically think helped them come away with this victory?
I just think it was just the play of Kyle Dennis. There was a lot of saves being made by him. And just the way he managed everybody, directing traffic out there. And even though he gave up 2 crucial goals here in the second half, I mean, right after that, he was directing traffic left and right. He was getting the play started for the Profs for practically almost the whole